It's useful to find out how much you already know, because you probably know more than you think. See if you can find where the stress is in the words on the next slide. Say these words aloud. Decide if the stress is on the first syllable, like cucumber, the second syllable, like banana, or the third syllable, like mandarin. For example, Japanese has a stress on the third syllable, so it's like mandarin. Definite is like cucumber. The answers are on the next slide. Pause the video now and practice saying the words aloud. Here are the answers. Words that sound like cucumber with a stress on the first syllable. Definite, benefit, challenging, chemical, circumstance. Words that sound like banana with a stress on the second syllable. Convention, disposal, domestic, exceeded, exhibit. Words that sound like mandarin with a stress on the third syllable. Japanese, cigarette, magazine, engineer. Here's a bigger challenge. All of these words have 4 syllables. For all of these words, the stress is either on the second syllable, as in rhinoceros, or the third syllable, as in armadillo. Pause the video and practice. The answers are on the next slide. The answers. Words that sound like rhinoceros, biology, irrational, accelerate, performative, affordable. Words that sound like armadillo, education, non-attendance, controversial. Here's some more practice. Exercise 5. On the next slide and on the worksheet, there's a list of related words with different endings. Read across the columns and say each word, highlighting or underlining the stressed syllable. There are 3 different patterns of word stress. In the first pattern, stress is always on the same syllable. An example would be challenge, challenger, challenging. In the second type, stress is sometimes on a different syllable. For example, appreciate, appreciative, appreciation. So for the first 2 words the stress didn't change, but for the third one it did. And then there's the kind where the stress moves each time you change the word ending. For example, politics, political, politician. Say the words aloud and mark each row as 1, always the same, 2, sometimes changes, 3, always changes. Pause the video now and go to exercise 5 on the worksheet. The answers are at the end of the worksheet. Here's the examples for exercise 5. Exercise 6. Listen to sentences that use these words. Which do you hear, a noun or a verb? Stop the video for a moment and write the numbers 1 to 8. For each sentence, write N for noun or V for verb. Let's begin. 1. Are you going to record this lecture? 2. 100 meters in 9 seconds, that's a record. 3. Sahara Desert. 4. Don't desert me, I need you. 5. I object to that statement. 6. What a strange object. What is it? 7. We do not permit smoking in here. 8. Have you got your learner's permit? Here are the answers. Stop the tape if you want time to look at them. So now you know how word stress works in English. Try to learn a little more every day. When you hear a new word that you want to remember, say it aloud and tap out the rhythm with your fingers. Using voice and movement will make the stress patterns much easier to remember. Keep records of words you use often, such as terms in your studies. Underline the stressed syllable. This way you can make a useful record when you first hear a new term, for example, in your lecture notes or in tutorials. That's the end of the word stress videos. Happy practicing!